Hi guys. I'll explain the image eventually. But today, I wanted to talk about part two of Four Pillars of Wealth. I hope you guys had a nice start of the week, Monday. Today's Monday here. And once again, thank you to my wife for helping me film this. Okay. Um, I'll explain this scene. It's almost comedy. I actually can't believe I decided to do it, but I promise myself and you guys that I will do my best to film every single day. And my eyes works, my I can talk, I can hear, and I can move this. So I think it's like almost 11 p.m. I think. Okay. Uh, Second part of Four Pillars of Wealth. It's net worth. Yesterday we covered income power. And I mentioned to you guys to briefly explain income power essentially is your ability to make money or how fast you can make money, how aggressively you could make money. And income is so important, especially for people who start from scratch, like couples, generation, cycle, poverty people, including myself, or just anyone who's not getting any help like financially speaking, because you need capital to do anything, right? If you want to buy a car, you need money. You want to buy a house, you need money. You want to start investing, well, you need money. You want to buy financial freedom, you need money. So, importance of income power was yesterday, and today's a net worth. Essentially, net worth is it really doesn't have to do with your income. Um, just an example is imagine you born super wealthy family, and you were born and you have a trust fund. Sorry about the little interruption. Belle, say hi. I don't know if you guys can see Belle. So yeah, net worth. Mm, just imagine this. Let's say you are just born with money. Let's say your mom or dad, your grandparents put you like $5 million trust fund. Wouldn't that be great? I never had that. I think most of you guys didn't have that. So having a lot of cash in your bank is an asset. Having a bunch of real estate properties, let's just assume paid for, also assets. And having a lot of stock is an asset. Having gold, maybe you have businesses. Sorry for another interruption, but life will, give you a lot of obstacles and stop sign and interruption, but we tell ourselves we're gonna keep going and we keep going. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. So yes, guys, you guys can have various assets. The reason why net worth is important in some sense is because it helps you eventually retire. Uh, Please, I hope not. I hope not, and please, I hope you don't work, forever. I hope you don't become income slave. I explained it to you yesterday. When you have just, imagine this: you have like 10 paid rental property, each producing you just hypothetical, like $10,000 a month. Ooh, that's almost, let's just say $10,000 a year. So if you have 10 properties, simplicity of math, that's $100,000. For many of us out there, that's way more than enough to sustain living, right? You never have to work, essentially, right? You don't have to pay income tax. How great is that, right? Anybody who pays high income tax, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Or maybe you have a high paying dividend stocks. I think good example is like everybody knows, almost like a Verizon. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like 6-7%. Imagine you own $1 million of Verizon. That's like $70,000 dividend that is being paid to you before tax. And sure, after tax, let's just say it's like 50 grand. If you live modest and humble, hypothetically, let's say you don't pay rent, $50,000 is also enough to live. So you guys can see where I'm getting at, right? When you have A certain net worth, like rental properties or high paying dividend stocks, it could sustain your life without you having to work. Of course, depends how much you have. What do I mean by that? I have a one rental property. It's not paid for, but let's just imagine it is paid for. And if I'm not mistaken, it's about just about $500,000. And let's just assume that I have the deed of trust completely paid for. It produces me exact number is 2,850. But after tax, let's just say 2,500. 2,500 a month. In a year, what is that like 25,000? Is that like 30,000? Uh, I'm not sure who could. I know I couldn't. $30,000. No matter how humble you are, how modest you are, it's kind of hard to live with $30,000 a year in California, right? Even if I hypothetically also live rent free, $30,000 alone will be pretty tough, in my opinion. So, as you can see, just $500,000, if it gets you about 2,500 after tax, and yeah, stocks are little higher on average, statistically speaking, apparently. It may be different for all of you, but you get an idea. So let's say 500,000 gives you 2,500 a month or 3,000 a month. It's a lot of money. It's almost like a paycheck, right? For some of you, but it's not life changing, is it? It's not like you could drive Lamborghini. It's not like you could splurge yourself buying something fancy, take your wife or husband to a U.S. Uh, Bank Tower in LA, 71 above restaurant. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Food is kind of, but view is really actually good. And yes, so even if you have a $1 million paid off rental property, let's say that's two rental property, that just gives you like 5 to 6 thousand a month, right? So you could see, in order for you to retire, hypothetically, with just a net worth, back in the day, magic number used to be 2 million. So like imagine a $2 million that would give you like $10,000 a month before tax. But I suppose with the inflation, 2 million is becoming like 3 million. And this is just on average, guys. I know some of you go, no, I could totally retire with 2 million. I know. Or some of you might go, oh hell no, I need like 4 million to retire. So the importance of increasing your net worth is so then you don't have to work your ass off like we already do, day in, day out. I hurt my shoulder today working out. And can I be honest? I feel so defeated because I keep getting hurt. But we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going, right? It's you versus life, right? And let's show life that we can do it too. We got it. Okay. We're gonna, face the life and go, okay, you wanna come at me? You think I'm just gonna back out? No, we're not gonna do that. Okay. We're gonna fight. We're gonna put a fight. Okay. And I'm gonna do it and you're gonna do it. We're gonna do it together. So yes, guys, net worth is essentially how much assets you have. And I do apologize, I'm all over the place. You want to be careful what kind of assets you want to have. And that really also depends on personality, your risk level, your current life's situation. Uh, I'll do my best to give you an example. Imagine you don't work, okay? You have no job, but you have $5 million cash. Let's just say in your checking account, right? Uh, it's not producing you any income. $5 million is more than enough to retire you. But if you just have $5 million, actually, better example is gold. Just say you have physical gold bar, like kilo bar, right? It's worth $5 million. I don't know where you would keep it, but imagine you have that. How how do you eat food? You gotta sell the gold, right? How do you do anything? Each time you gotta sell the gold. Do you see how inconvenient it is, right? Instead, what if you have like rental property. I'm not saying real estate is better than gold. Most cases, I think many people would argue it is, but I'm not saying like for certainty that it is. But if you have a $5 million paid off real estate, and I said, like 1 million would give you 5,000, they give you 25,000 cash a month before tax, hypothetically. So can you see the difference? Or let's say you have $5 million in QQQ. I forgot. QQQ is like a ETF kind of thing, like a stock. I forgot if it gives you dividend, but let's assume it doesn't give you dividends, right? And it's gonna grow year after year on average of like 12%. But you can't really do anything with that money either because it's sitting just in your stock. So please be careful of what you choose to have as your net worth. I hope I have a chance to explain to you. I'm pretty sure I will. The reason why many millionaires diversify their portfolios. I think you heard that before, right? I think you heard that, do not ever put all your eggs in one basket, right? That is absolutely true when it comes to building your wealth and financial freedom. Please do not put all your money into bank or real estate or stocks or gold or oil. You want to eventually diversify your portfolio. And yes, there is actually better timing depending on your current life situation. And one example is, as of right now, I'm not trying to brag or anything, so please bear with me. For me, for me, everything is subjective, right? But for me, I think I have a decent income power, right? And so for me, because I have decent income power, some of you might go, hey, then you should take even more risk. I understand, but as of right now, I'm playing a little more defense at the moment because of economy. So instead of like heavily investing into stocks, I've been like saving as a cash to create option. And what do I mean by that? Because of high income power at the moment, instead of putting all my money like into stock or buying another rental property to lock my money, I'm putting aside as a cash to have more option. Like for instance, if I have better business opportunity, if I have cash, right? Instead of sitting my money as a rental property or locking my money in stocks, even though you could technically sell your stocks, if I have cash readily available when business opportunity comes, I thought it might be easier for me to seize that opportunity. But imagine, let's say I'm like 80 years old and I'm ready to retire. I say 80, not 60 anymore, because I think that's the average time we're going to retire eventually. How sad is that? But yeah, let's say I'm 80 years old and I don't have much income power. Then whatever money I have, instead of putting aside into business, maybe I'll do buying more rental property. Maybe I already have enough money, then instead of rental property, maybe I'll buy gold. I don't know. So it really depends on where you are right now. So yes, he is right. She is right. But also he's wrong. She's wrong. So whatever advice you hear, please first analyze your current life situation. Because depending on your current life situation, you have to choose wisely what net worth you want to accumulate right now. It could be a rental property. It could be stocks. It could be even gold. Last year was a really good time to buy gold. It could be oil, etc., etc. So, guys, please, uh, those of youngsters out there, 18 years old, maybe like young 30s myself, I know I put emphasis on we have to increase our income power aggressively. It is true. But please, with all the money you're making, do not spend uh, on consumer items. I think that's what they called. Like, I mean, you could here and there to treat yourself as long as you don't overdo it. Please put aside and save, invest, and really focus on slowly building your net worth. Whether you would be saving your money for down payment for your first house, or could be rental property, or whether you're slowly putting chunk of your money every time you get paid into the stock, buying QQQ or whatever you're into, or maybe it could be physical gold, or maybe you're just like me at the moment, saving money to open your own business. Um, so it really depends on where you are right now and what you think will benefit you the most at the moment. So yes, hear every advice and analyze it, but also really observe what is best for you at the moment. But the important key takeaway here is that increase your income power, but at the same time, you need to slowly, but at the faster rate as time goes, to convert that income power into your net worth. You must build net worth because, guys, I don't want to work forever, and I hope you don't work forever either. But what's funny actually? Like, I met a lot of successful business entrepreneur because I have business. I met those people many times. They got rich so fast sometimes. Not all of them. Like after they get retired, like 10 years later, they go back to work because they get so bored. Uh, I hope that's the case for you. I hope that's the case for me. I hope you guys become rich faster than you guys anticipated so that you have a choice to go back to work, not having to drag your body every morning like we do right now. Guys, if my video was messy today, I do apologize. Life will throw you a lot of obstacles. Life will tell you or show you omen, hey, you should stop trying because you're not gonna make it. That's how I felt today when I'm not sure if I fractured my shoulder to be honest with you. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. But I think it's up to us, isn't it? To just give in and okay, life, you win. Or even if we feel like we're gonna lose, we still try. Because guys, um, if we fight really hard and we lose, we have spirit to fight back again. But if we just give up slowly, we'll never, ever, ever be able to reclaim that later. My wife is laughing because I think I'm paraphrasing from a show we watched earlier. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.